Um, Thank you all so much for coming. I really appreciate it. Time is the most valuable thing we have, and I really feel honored that you guys are sharing your time with me tonight. So thank you so much for coming on and witnessing this for me. I want to just kind of start with my why I invited you here was just to come and hear my story and to be able to hear what I have found and what is working for me. And maybe this will resonate for you or someone else that you care for or love that could use this kind of information. So I will start with my health journey, how I got here. I have struggled with depression and anxiety since high school. I've kind of had interesting, weird pains for the majority of my 20s. And then I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia about 12 years ago. It was a pretty awful situation. I didn't have a very good, high quality of life. I was very much in pain. I had it's a disease of your nerves. So like I had to have special clothes. I couldn't hike. I couldn't be in the car for more than a couple hours. And it was pretty awful. And I was really, really overloaded with pharmaceuticals, and I was not my own health advocate. I believed everything the doctor said, and I was heavily medicated from pharmaceuticals, and then they would cover up another pharmaceutical with another one to cover the side effects. So it was a really vicious circle. So I decided to figure things out for myself when medical cannabis became legal in Illinois, and that helped a lot. I was able to get off most of the pharmaceuticals, but I was using a lot of cannabis, and I was using kratom, which is another plant medicine that uses different neuroreceptors, the same as coffee and opiates and CBD, and my pain was still at like a 5. And that was with a lot of that. So about in February in 2020, I went on vacation with my partner and I forgot the kratom. That was a pretty scary moment. I was going through withdrawals and I didn't really ever want to be on anything like pharmaceuticals or anything that was controlling my body again. So I was praying for something else to be happening. I knew that that wasn't a sustainable way of managing my pain and my moods. So it was also when we got back from that vacation, it was about the beginning of COVID, and I had lost my business. I had a really amazing sound company that I was super proud of. I loved working for myself, and I had a really great time, but I couldn't really manage anything more than a part-time job at that time too. So that kind of fell away. So COVID's happening, lockdown, the depression and anxiety is creeping in again. And I was hoping for something, figuring something out. And my best friend Libby called, and she told me that she found something, that she had been trying these products. I had been using them for a short amount of time, maybe a week when she called me, and she was already off of some anxiety medicine and pain meds and sleeping. And I could just hear in her voice the shift in her. And I knew that it was something that I had to try for myself. So without having a job at the moment, I had to figure out how to afford this. So I joined the business, and it came free with my kit. And I got a couple people to join me. My partner did, and his sister and friend. And I pretty much made my money back before I even had my kit in the mail. So that was pretty amazing. So day 3 of starting this new way of eating and this transformation, I stopped taking kratom and I had 0 side effects, which was amazing. A week went by, I'd already lost 10 pounds, and I wasn't trying to lose weight or anything. I still had a little extra on from pharmaceuticals, but that was an added bonus. It felt amazing. My anxiety and depression were diminishing, and I was learning all about organic eating and glyphosate, and I was doing this gut reset that was helping my gut microbiome. So my happiness was up, my sleep was amazing from the tart cherry juice. I was dreaming again. I got off the last pharmaceutical I was using was muscle relaxers for sleep, and I was sleeping amazing. By the end of my 30-day, I wasn't using any medical cannabis at all, any CBD. Actually, I quit the medical cannabis probably 3 to 5 days in too, and I didn't need any of it. I was amazing. I lost 17 pounds overall, and without using anything else besides these products, I was at a pain level of 1 or 0, which was unheard of for me. So I had a life back that I didn't think I would ever have. So I've created this business because I really found this passion to share what I've been learning about nutrition that no one else told me, that no doctor told me. And if I wasn't my own advocate, I would still be convinced that I had a chronic illness and that I was sick and needed meds, and covering things up with cannabis and CBD and kratom. And now I don't need any of that. Now my food is my medicine. So I'm just really honored to share this, and I want more people to know about it. Mary, do you want to?
Yeah, Amy, I was just taking a moment to like take that in because there were parts of your story that I actually haven't really heard before. And I got chills listening to you because it takes a lot of bravery to be that vulnerable, and then to also just hear your journey. There are so many people in the world that are suffering, and a lot of it is optional. We just don't know. And so that is why I'm so excited to be Amy's partner in this business, because one of the main things that we do is just offer solutions to let people know, that there are certain sufferings that we don't have to go through and that we do have tools for. And a big part of the work we do is around education and around, educating ourselves and then educating our friends and our family and those that we love around us so that we can feel really good in our bodies. And personally, my name is Mary Beth, and I have had a background in nutrition. I've been in the nutrition field about 15 years. I'm a regenerative detox specialist. And one of my passions has always been finding the root cause. Even when I'm having issues in my relationships or anything, one of my passions is like, okay, what's the root cause? How can I get to the bottom of this? And I've always been relatively really healthy. And it was, about 13 months after my first son that I started to experience extreme postpartum depletion. And I was really baffled because I've been, on an organic diet for the majority of my life, working with botanicals and herbs and what I thought doing all the things. And I started to experience this postpartum depletion 13 months into having my son. And I'm like, what is it? What is going on? And that's really what led me to learn about Purium myself. And it really led me down this path of learning about soil health. And that over the last 30 years, we have contaminated our soils with so many pesticides and herbicides, in particular glyphosate, and it's contaminating our food. It's weakening the genetics of our food. A lot of the soil that we have now has been so overused and overtilled and grown in so many times that it's lacking and devoid of minerals and nutrients, and thus our food is as well. So I realized like this must be the root. Even though I'm going to the store and buying the organic food, where is that coming from? Where, what kind of soil is it being grown in? And I started learning about Purium and learning more about regenerative farming practices, which really the principle there is putting more nutrients into the soil than you're taking out of it. And I listened to Dave Sandoval, who's the owner of our company. I listened to his philosophy on food and thought, you know what, I should look a little bit more into this. And at the time, I was also a single mom, struggling, working 3 to 4 jobs, really trying to figure out how to make ends meet. And I was like, Amy, I heard there was a business opportunity with this. And I was like, well, I really want to try these products. So I guess I'll start this business and see if I can get them at least paid for to go on this journey. And I was very similar with her, where I decided to go on a 30-day transformation, and a few of my friends and family joined me and had my products paid for by the time they hit my door. And it was amazing. Within 2 months, was completely back to my normal self. Like I can remember the day where I had this aha moment of, oh my gosh, my moods are back to like, this is how I remember feeling. Like I feel my youthfulness again. I was sleeping better. I didn't have the little aches and pains. My moods were so much more regulated. And, then I got pregnant again, and I was on these superfoods pre-pregnancy, during pregnancy, and post-pregnancy, and I haven't had even an ounce of postpartum depletion. And I didn't do anything different except for incorporate these superfoods. So I'm also in the same boat as Amy, as this is just my passion to share with people, because they're amazing tools that we have. And there's really 4 founding principles of what our company kind of navigates around. Number 1 is health, that showing people that there are ways to achieve supreme health through our food. Like our food contains so much medicine for us, and nature is so brilliantly smart. It's just sometimes we lose the knowledge or the access to understand how that works. So one pillar is around health. The second pillar is around financial empowerment. And this, even more so than the products, this has really been the most transforming piece for me, because, almost 3 years ago, I was a single mom, barely making ends meet. And with this business, I've now built a 6-figure business here with Purium, doing what I love, helping people get healthy. And one of the things I love most about our company is it's a small family friend company. The owners, I was just on the phone with the owners today, having a great dialogue. And it's one of those companies that is really invested in the people, versus, if you go to Whole Foods, or let's say you're going to go on Amazon and try to buy some superfoods, you don't know where they come from. You don't have that personal story of like, oh, what's better from this brand to this brand? Where are they grown? And you just kind of end up buying things, not knowing, not having that education. And then that money is going to these big industries, these big corporations that already have a lot of money. They don't really, they don't care which product of theirs you buy, right? It's like whatever's on the shelf, just get it, and hopefully it works for you. But here with Purium, this is really a family-owned company where Amy and I have decided to become direct sellers, and thus the company invests in us. And, when you support Amy through this venture, you're supporting Amy, and you're supporting me, and you're supporting friends, and you're supporting people to really elevate their lives, not only through their health, but through their finances. So it's an amazing opportunity in that way. We also have an amazing scholarship program and do a lot of giving back. So it's really amazing that the company it's a core value is empowerment for finances, empowerment for health. The third core value of our company is planet. The one reason that I've really found a home here with Purium is because this company is really cutting edge. Our owners have dedicated to be 100% plastic free by the end of 2021. So we've already saved over 75,000 pounds of plastic from going into the ocean over the last year and a half. And our owners have even gone out and created their own non-GMO compostable packaging. So you can actually drink your shake and put it in your backyard and bury it in the ground, and it will biodegrade in 2 years or so. So that's really amazing. The company is also really dedicated to reducing carbon emissions. And that's another thing I love about this business model is we are a direct distribution company. So one of our main farms is up in Utah. All the food is grown, it's picked fresh, it's picked when it's ripe. They dehydrate it, and with wind and solar dehydration on the farm. And then it's shipped to the facility to, package and mix our blends, and then it's shipped directly to your door. So it's been an amazing way to actually provide access to organic food for a lot of people who maybe live in a food desert or can't drive to the market. And it cuts out all those middlemen and facilities and refrigerated trucks and all of those CO2 emissions through the distribution process. So that's one thing that the company is really dedicated to, which is really amazing. And I'm really proud to be a part of that. And then the last pillar of our company is purpose. And Amy brought you all here because she's really found purpose with this work. She has her own personal story. I have my own personal story. And we are just so lit up about sharing this with people. What I've found in my experience in the last 3 years working is we have something for everyone. We have such an amazing community here with Purium. We have such amazing products. I mean, everyone eats 3 times a day, and not everyone is eating very healthy or has that access. And our products provide a lot of access to people who are busy, or, moms that are running around, or people who are living in food deserts. And it's just such an amazing community to be part of. So I'm really honored to be here to just share a little bit about that with you all, and honored to be partnering with Amy. And I'll pass it back to Amy to just let her share how, how this company is really touching her, and how her core values are related to the pillars of our company. So thanks, Amy.
Thank you, Mary Beth. It's such an honor for you to be here. I love working with Mary Beth. She's taught me so much. When I was growing up, I had this dream of being the art director in a marketing firm in Chicago. And I was at that point, and I was working for big pharma, and completely sick with fibromyalgia and loaded up on their pills, and nothing was really aligning. So it's so amazing to this. I don't feel like this is work. I get to help people feel better, and I feel better. And just to align with how I'm making money now, it just feels so much better in my soul, basically. And yeah, and just to know that the company is so supportive of the earth and how they give back in the scholarship programs and stuff. It just really, everything about it just fills my soul. And the products, there's no hidden fillers in any of them. They're all organic, they're just very pure. And I've never encountered any other company like this. So I just feel like it's very special. And I just very passionate about sharing this. So thank you guys for being here. And thank you for listening. Thanks, Mary Beth.
Yeah, awesome. So there's so much that we could share with all of you. And we do have so many amazing programs and products for athletes and kids and families, and gluten-free. And we have so many amazing things to choose from. But what a lot of us get started with is just this 30-day program where you get a very nutrient dense power shake that's very alkalizing greens. It comes with a tart cherry concentration that you take at night to help with your sleep. We have plant-based amino acids to really support our connective tissue and our muscles. And then we have our Biomedic, which really to me is our most revolutionary product. It's the only product on the market that has been clinically trialed and proven to remove glyphosate from the system. And so bringing it back to the beginning, when I was learning about the soil depletion, one of the main contributors to this is glyphosate, which is the main herbicide in Roundup. And the most recent study showed that 95% of Americans have glyphosate in their system. And the reason that this is a problem is it's been correlated to lymphoma cancer. It's known to be a gut microbiome disruptor, and it also can cause systemic inflammation in the body. So with our Biomedic, we're actually going in and restoring the gut and pulling the glyphosate out of our tissue, because even if you eat all organic, it's in 75% of our rainwater now. It's sprayed on all of our grasses and parks. So it's really unavoidable. And when you start strengthening the gut microbiome, you are then able to absorb more of your food. And that's one thing I've really noticed when I was previously, I used to find that I used to have to eat a lot of fruits and vegetables to feel full and feel satiated. And now with our products, I feel so satiated and so nourished, because I'm getting these micronutrients and these trace minerals. And also my gut has been restored to the point where I'm actually absorbing my nutrients, and it's not just going through me. So that's kind of what a lot of people get started with. And we even have, a parasite cleansing portion for some deeper colon cleansing as well, which really can help with hormone balance and, yeast imbalances, and really get the chemistry of the body back in balance and homeostasis. So that's just kind of a brief overview, but Amy can really share any more information about that. And if there's anything here that you're interested in learning more, I would encourage you to talk with Amy. You can even actually get out your phone right now if you want and text Amy. You can text her any of these 4 things. One is, Amy, I'm cheering you on. I'm so happy for you. I'm you go, girl, you go out there and live your purpose. I'm in your ball court. I'm supporting you, because that really means a lot. And then number 2, if you have any interest in learning more about the products, or you have, particular health goals yourself, or maybe someone in your family that has some health goals, go ahead and text Amy the word product, and she can share more with you about with some of our products, more of the specifics, more of the ingredients. We can even hop on a call if needed and discuss more thoroughly what some of your health goals are and see if this may be a right fit for you. And then number 3, if you have any interest in learning more about the business, go ahead and text Amy business, because what I found, I came into this company really looking for health solutions, and I've come out of it really, my deepest passion is helping others become financially empowered, especially mothers, because I know how important it is to be able to be home with your children. And it's been a very empowering process for me, being able to be at home with my kids, homeschool, have my days fulfilled with them, and also make an income for my family. And we travel a lot. It's something that I'm able to do on the road. And I meet people all the time who are just so grateful that I'm sharing this with them, that their prayers are coming true like mine did. So you can go ahead and text her the word business if you're at all interested in what that could look like, or if you're interested in getting the free business, if you want to do a transformation. And then lastly, if maybe the business is not for you right now, maybe you're not interested in the products, but you may know someone. This is definitely a business where we build relationships through our networks. So you can text Amy the word referral, and perhaps, maybe your aunt was talking the other day about wanting to do a detox. You can connect her with Amy. Maybe you heard your neighbor talking about needing another stream of income because they just lost their job, or whatever it is. You may be a person that might be able to connect Amy to the people that are looking for these solutions that we have. So that was the purpose of this call, to just hopefully share some fun information with you all, share a little education, and also just really cheer Amy on this launch of her business. And if you want to be a part of it in any way, that's super amazing. So I'll pass it back to you, Amy.
Just thank you all for coming. Thank you for sparing your time. I know that time is precious, and I just really grateful for each one of you for listening. And yeah, just thank you. That's all. So you can stop the recording probably.